to turn your camera off. The camera icon is at the bottom left of the screen, just to the right of the microphone icon. Also, we have a full agenda. Also, if you are not actively sharing, please be mindful to utilize that mute button at the bottom left of your screen. All right, so that leads us into our Zoom tips. So for our Zoom tips, again, be mindful if you are not sharing, to mute, turn your camera off, and also that kicks us off into our reaction. So Ania, for reaction, can I get a hand clap? Utilize your hand clap. Yep, hand clap. And for Richmond, let me get that confetti. Let's celebrate good times. Let me see that confetti, y'all. All right, real good. And Concord, let's see that thumbs up. All right, all right. So we have a full agenda today. We've gone through our introductions of our site managers, and we'd also like to welcome our elected officials. We have Harpreet Sandhu, Senior District Representative of Congressman John Garamendi's office, and we also have Robert Rogers joining us this morning as well. Followed by and then we'll have our participant recognition and remarks from the one and only Carol Durham Kelly, are also known as DC, our president and CEO of Rubicon Programs. And then we will be celebrating our participant milestone, followed by remarks from Robert Rogers of Contra Costa County Supervisor John Joya's office, and our foundation Back to Family speakers, followed by, and we'll close out with remarks from our Center Force, one of our Center Force coaches, Lorenzo Parhead. And just for review, before we begin, again, just be mindful of our Zoom tips and Zoom buttons. If you are not actively sharing, feel free to mute. There you go. That button is on the bottom left of your screen. All right, so participant recognition. So for our participants over this past 2 weeks, it was really, awesome getting an opportunity to meet our participants, getting an opportunity to have, just different conversations around structural causes, what participants got out of the workshop. And I could tell that all of our participants, really utilized this past 2 weeks to really start getting what they came for, right? So for all of our participants completing foundations, you will receive this certificate of completion. Maurice Sorzano has successfully completed the Rubicon community-based programs with Richmond, Antioch, and Concord Foundations Workshop, and is hereby awarded this certificate given on this 24th day of February 2023. And on behalf of Rubicon, congratulations. And now the moment we all have been waiting for, y'all. So we are going to start with highlighting our foundations workshops participants. As mentioned, these participants have worked so hard in completing, working to complete foundations and just overcoming just different barriers and challenges where, everyone was communicative and contributed to the conversation, which made for a robust and enjoyable workshop. So at the end of, once I complete reading every slide, let's go ahead and come off mute and give our participants a hand clap. Annalisa Hernandez, Darius Montoya, David Spears, Jade McNary. Let's go ahead and give them a hand clap, everyone. Yes. And next we have George Anderson, Kendall Colvin, Maurice Sorzano, Michelle Jones.
Yeah.
Yes. Followed by Percy Wanzo, Tanya Catlett, Clarence Trapp, and LaKoya Johnson.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everyone. It's great, great work. Everyone has done, so phenomenal. And before we, and I want to just take a moment to pause and pivot and just again highlight all that our participants have done, over these past few weeks. Next, we will just hear a bit from just talk a bit about Back to Families and how participants really contributed to the Back to Families workshops and just really lent themselves to the experience. So our Back to Families completions are as follows: Jasper McCargo, David Spears, George Anderson, Kendall Colvin, Tanya Catlett, LaKoya Crane, and Annalisa Hernandez. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause.
Congratulations.
Go LaKoya Johnson. Woohoo.
Hey, Deanna, it said LaKoya Johnson. You accidentally said Crane.
LaKoya, thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you. LaKoya Johnson. Let's give LaKoya Johnson a round of applause.
Yep.
Thank you.
LaKoya, woohoo.
Teamwork makes the dream work, y'all. And next, we will pause and we will hear remarks from our CEO and President of Rubicon Programs, Carol Durham-Kelly.
I guess I'll be Carol today. Hey, Deanna, thank you. Good morning, all. As you said, I do prefer DC, so I'm gonna go by DC this morning and just welcome you all and congratulate you all. I love to see every month. I love to see how many folks are making this intentional choice. So congrats to all of our stepping stones and Back to Family participants that have completed today, because you all made an intentional choice. I was told by Deanna that there's a theme of journey today, right? And that's an intentional journey, choice to do something different, right? Choice to make a change or do better, right? Maybe you were already doing good before you came through the doors of Rubicon, because that is possible too. And we know that when you walk through the doors, you have everything that you need to reach your goals. Rubicon is just here to be a support. We are not the drivers in the journey. We are not the marquee players in the journey. You are the stars in your own journey. You are on the marquee, right? We are here to be supporting actors and actresses in your journey, right? So we are grateful that you allow us to walk with you along this journey. And so when I thought about journey and when I thought about, what came up for me when we think about journey, oftentimes we think about struggle, but I don't want to talk about struggle today. I want to talk about agency and power and control and intentionality, because that is what all of you have demonstrated by completing these initial 2 weeks with stepping stones. And I'm saying completing lightly, right? Because we know that we are not done, right? Completion of stepping stones does not mean your journey is done. This is the beginning of what we hope to be, up, right? Up from here. You have many goals that you've talked to your coaches about, that you've reset, that you've talked about how you want to reach. And so I just want to encourage you on that journey, because we know that all journeys are not linear or straight lines, right? Rubicon wants to be here when your journey gets a little fuzzy, right? When things get a little bit difficult. Rubicon is here. So please continue to tap in to your team, to your coaches, to your impact coach, to your career advisor, to your employment coach, to your cohort, to your peers. Tap in when that journey begins to look fuzzy, if that journey begins to look fuzzy, right? I want to just say that in that journey, sometimes we go through things that gives us negative expectations, right? And so in the spirit of being intentional, in the spirit of having agency, there are so many things that we do have control over, and there are some things that we don't have control over. And sometimes when we've been through things and it feels like thing after thing is out of our control or happening to us, we forget that we have agency and we have power and we have control. And so I'm hoping that this 2 weeks has been a good resetting opportunity so that you see yourself as the driver of your own journey, so that you see yourself as in the driver's seat of that bus, of wherever it is that you're trying to go. We want to be in the seat in the bus with you, but we are not driving. We want you to expect greatness. We want you to, despite whatever may have happened in your life or in the past or around you, we want you to expect greatness. You deserve greatness. Greatness can come, right? There's a difference between expecting the worst and preparing for the worst, right? So oftentimes, we expect bad things to happen because bad things have happened or things don't go our way, right? And so just again, planting seeds for mindset, planting seeds for encouragement on this journey as you continue towards your goals, whatever they may be. Expect the best and prepare to pivot, right? And when you do find yourself needing to pivot, Rubicon is here to support you. You do not have to pivot alone. You do not have to reset alone. We are here. We will continue to be here, and we appreciate you and congratulate you for allowing us to be with you on this journey. So in short, I'm just going to say just one more time, congratulations. You did this. You achieved this stepping stones milestone. You are great. You are wonderful. And we are here to support you and continuing to be great and wonderful. Thank you all and congratulations.
Thank you, DC. Thank you, DC, for your encouraging words of aspiration and inspiration. And next, we will go into acknowledging our participants who have reached pathways, milestones. Now, these are participants that have completed various certifications, various hard skills training, and we want to take a moment to acknowledge them for all of their hard work in the program thus far. Mawusi Shafan Bake Teller Training, Amara James, Ronald Knight, Anzel Ross for bloodborne pathogen certification, Larnell Wolf for computer applications, Foster O'Connor, Jesse Silva, Dejan Pickens, Jana Monto, and Stefan Phillips for flagger certification. Let's give them a round of applause, y'all. Yeah.
Awesome.
And next, we have Dejan Pickens, Alfonso Lua, Forrest O'Connor, Jesse Silva, Mushtaba Yusufzai, Ramya Rami, Marcus McClay, and John Collins for forklift operator. Let's give them a round of applause.
Woo, 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 woo.
An achievement of milestones for guard card, Blanca Mejia Ramirez, Ishmael Williams, Portia Dickens, and Stefan Cowan. Yes. And now we'll pivot and discuss achievement or highlight our participants for achievement of employment milestones. First off, I wanted to highlight that seeking employment is a job in itself. The persistence and dedication, that it requires, selling yourself in your resume, communicating with various employers as to why you are a good fit for the position in their company. So we just really want to highlight these participants for obtaining new employment. Alexander Ramirez, Clarence Traps, Maya Haynes, Paulette Alexander, and Tyann Frazier.
Congratulations.
Yes. And for achievement of 90-day retention, Armand Burke.
Oh, Armand.
And 180-day retention, Portia Dickens, Jacqueline Gatone, and Edward Choi. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause.
Let's go 6 months.
I'm sorry?
I said, let's go 6 months. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. And for 1 year retention, Ruby Tobor Vasquez and Raymond Solis.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yes, that is huge for 1 year retention. And we are going to, before we go into our next segment of our foundations, we would like to take a moment to hear remarks from our Richmond site manager, Lila Blanchard.
Hello, everyone. Today's theme is journey, and we are on a journey, aren't we? Every day we wake up with a new day, like folks were putting in the chat. I'm on a special part of my journey with Rubicon too. I've been the Richmond site manager for almost 4.5 years, and I'm going to be taking a position with the landscape team, and I am super excited to move into that position. And I just want to take a few minutes to express my gratitude to every person on this call, especially our participants. I feel like working with you all and making dreams come true and breaking the cycle of poverty gives me life, and you all teach me and guide me and help me become a better person every day. So I especially want to thank you participants who've completed foundations, who've completed back to families, who've been meeting all of these milestones. That's why we all show up here every day. And that is our joy. And a gift to us is, the gift of working with you all to make our communities equitable places and to work to make the world a better place. So thank you all participants for the work you're doing now, for yourselves, for your families, and the work that you'll continue to do in your communities to give the best of what you have to give. I was a career advisor before this position, and it's a journey. It's a journey, isn't it? Finding something that we love, working with people that we love, trying different things out, maybe going back to school, to pick up a new school, leaning on others, others taking care of you while you reach out for your dreams and goals and invest in yourselves. So I want to thank you all and say that it's a joy for me to be on the journey with you. One of the biggest gifts for me that I receive in Rubicon, and I hope that everyone here on this call today receives, is the gift of being able to be transparent and to be authentic and to be loving. And I hope that you find that here in this community, and that any feedback or even hard things, that folks are sharing with you all, that you take it as a gift and as a different perspective and as a tool to carry with you on your tool belt in your journey. I'm grateful for Deanna to give me this space to lift you all up, participants. Our staff, there's a lot of people on this call. And we are a village. And thank you so much, Richmond staff. Thank you, Concord staff. Thank you, Antioch staff. Thank you, executive team. Thank you, development team. Thank you, staff, for being a fabric and a family that embraces folks. And we're here for you. We're here for you moving forward. And we're just so excited. Rubicon's values are hope, humility, and justice. And I think that those are good companions on the journey. And I just encourage us over this next week. And, as you move forward in your participation in the program, to really think about what you need and to ask for it and to look for it and to take it. When I first started in Richmond, there was a beloved staff person who's moved on, Portia Brown, and her name has changed since then, who had our values just kind of on a little piece of paper where you could pull the value that you needed. And I remember there was one day that I pulled that little piece of paper of hope and I carried it around with me the rest of the day. And you know, let's take what we need with the journey. Let's leave behind what we don't need, and let's trust ourselves and trust in our community and the process. So thank you all so much. And thank you, Deanna.
Thank you, Marla. It has been amazing working with you, and I look forward to being witness to all the amazing things that you will continue to do with the organization. And next we will hear remarks from our Back to Families and Foundation speaker. So first we will hear from Jasper McCargo. All right, and you know what? The joy of, I will say, one of my favorite words, you know, in my work every day is pivot, because there are times where we just need to make a quick jump to the next piece of things sometimes. So we will hear from Darius Montoya, our foundation speaker.
Yeah.
Hello. Good morning. Speaking on the foundation and workshop classes, I just want to say that I did learn a lot. I'm grateful to be able to have the chance to receive all of these opportunities and move forward with my life, coming from, from a wild background and actually straightening up now and really realizing where I'm trying to go and how you guys can help me get there, and how happy I am to even be able to, like I said, get a chance to do that. But I learned a lot of stuff from the finance class. I learned a lot of stuff from the supportive relationship classes. What else? I think those two really stuck out to me. But everything else was a blessing to receive too. I received a lot of information, more than I know that I needed. So,
Yes.
Woohoo!
And thank you for sharing all that you've taken away from the workshop. Every bit of information, you know, I like to look at it as a tool that we add in our life toolbox on our journey. Thank you, Darius. And next we will hear from Robert Rogers, our district coordinator for Contra Costa County, Supervisor John Joyce.
Hey, Deanna, Jasper just walked into the Richmond classroom. You can go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm happy.
you,
I'm happy to wait.
Thank you, Lorenzo. And thank you, Robert Rogers, for your grace. Jasper McCargo, good morning, Jasper. Can you go ahead and please share with us what pearls of knowledge and wisdom you've taken from the Back to Family workshop?
The classroom is muted, I think.
Okay. So Jasper, you can hit the button on the speaker on the front desk. Bear with me, y'all. All right, thank you, Ruben. We're getting through this technology, everyone. So if you hit *6 on the speaker, yeah, *6 to unmute. *6 and then hitting the little speaker icon. All right.
We're good. We're
All right,
good.
we
Go
can
for
hear
it.
Richmond. All right, Jasper, you have the floor. There is a bit of an echo.
You have to cut the computer speaker off.
Okay. All right, Ruben, select *6 on the speaker. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, perfect.
All right. All right. So what I got out of the parenting workshop, it caused me to reflect on my childhood, and it caused me to think about things that I haven't really thought about much, and that's gonna affect me in the long run. As far as being a parent, just being motivated to reflect on that. That's my personal, what I got personally out of the workshop.
Thank you, Jasper, for sharing your insight and your reflections from the Back to Families workshop. Let's give Jasper a hand.
Perfect timing.
And let's give Richmond a hand as well with navigating this technology. Things are constantly advancing. Thank you, Richmond team, for your support as well. And next we will hear from Robert Rogers.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Well, good morning, everyone, and congratulations on your incredible accomplishments. I'm Robert Rogers. I'm with County Supervisor John Joya's office, and I'm here today, like I'm here every month, because we believe in Rubicon, we believe in this program, and we believe in you, the graduates of this program, and we believe in empowering people in our communities to make their communities as great as possible. I want to first give a quick nod to one of my favorite executive directors around DC, and she said it all right when she said, expect the best. That's so vitally important to have that kind of optimism, that kind of strength. Yes, expect the best. You can prepare, you can do others, expect for the best because you're going to make the best happen. Now, what if I told you that I think that the past is key to your future? Your past is key to your future. You might say, oh, wow, I don't know so much about that. The past is where I was and I want to go somewhere better or somewhere different. And I understand that. But maybe I should modify it and I should say something like understanding, interpreting our past, empowering our past, enlivening our past story is key to our future. What do I mean by that? What I mean is think about everything that's ever happened to us or that we've ever done or that we've been through. And how are we telling that story to ourselves? Because we all tell that story to ourselves. It's unconscious. It happens over and over and over again. Is it a story of woe is me, of all these terrible things I did or these mistakes I made, or even worse, all these people who did me wrong? Are those the stories we're telling ourselves? Because if we are, that's disempowering us for our future. Actually, what if our past, whatever it was just an incredible demonstration, a training ground, something that showed us just how powerful and resilient we could be? What if we looked at our whole past and we came to the conclusion, it's a miracle that I'm here today? I think that we could all tell that story about our past. I think we are all miracles. And when we're thinking about it otherwise, we're only disempowering ourselves because we're not understanding the full breadth of everything we've accomplished just to be here and ready to thrive now. What if I said what's the greatest discovery of the last 200 years, right? This time of incredible change. Well, you could say all kinds of incredible things, right? We could talk about discovering atoms, or we could talk about the smartphones in our hands, or anything else the Silicon Valley's produced, or whatever, right? Most of it's probably focused on technology. But what if I said, no, I think the most incredible discovery we've made in the last 100 years is that what we think, what's in our minds, is what makes our reality, is what makes our lives. Because 200 years ago, people didn't think that. That was a radical idea. And now we know it. We know it from brain scanning. We know it from all kinds of different metrics. We know that the way we think, it makes us healthy or unhealthy. It makes us successful or not successful. What we think about ourselves creates our lives. We project our lives through our own thoughts. Well, how incredible is that? The keys to the kingdom are right there in our own minds. We just have to use them. I love that idea because nothing feels more empowering to me than that. Ask yourself how you feel right now. I bet after getting through this program, being with all these supportive people around us, being with Rubicon, I bet you feel incredible, right? The moment you're feeling powerful, optimistic, strong, you are generating wealth. You're generating strength. You're generating your future. When you're thinking otherwise, you're generating otherwise as well. Quick story. Last night, I had the privilege to be at an incredible event. It was the Black History celebration in the city of Richmond. And it was especially celebrating heroes of sports and recreation in the city of Richmond. And there were all these people there. And many of them were pretty up there in years. And we were talking a lot about things that happened in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. And everyone I met there was in top form. People who were 75 years old, they were putting their canes on the side of the wall, and they were talking about how they wanted to get back on the track. And they were meeting with old friends and making plans for new things. Why was that happening? Why were they feeling 10 feet tall? Because they were projecting the best of their past. They were telling stories that made them feel powerful and abundant. Think about our past. Think about your past. What is it? Your thoughts will create your feelings. Your feelings will reinforce your thoughts. Those will create your choices, and your choices, they're going to create your life. It's all right there. It's all in your past. You are amazing. There's no one else that's ever been like you. There's no one else that'll ever be like you again. The keys are all right there. They're all inside us. So I just want to say, I hope you feel great. You totally should. And this is just the moment. We're moving forward. What you've been through is incredible. You have a team at Rubicon that's never going to let you down. And there's no limit to where you can go. And like DC said, expect the best. So we're all proud of you. Congratulations, and have a great day and a great life.
Yes, let's give Robert Rogers a round of applause. Thank you, Robert Rogers, for always sharing your words of encouragement and always coming with having a story and just giving, background and insight on, various experiences, and just sending us away with, greater understanding. Thank you so much, Robert Rogers. And next we will hear remarks from our Center Force coach, parenting coach, Lorenzo Parham.
Good morning. Good morning. I always feel like a setup when I got to go after Robert Rogers. Like, I think y'all be setting me up on purpose with that one, Deanna, and wherever John is, right? But I love the theme of this today, journey, right? Because there's no journey like being a parent, right? One of the journeys of parenting, it is challenging, it is hard, it's rewarding at the same time, but it has its ups and downs. And I want to thank all of our participants that completed, because they let us partner with them on their journey of parenting, right? We had things where they opened up and never opened up about things they ever shared in life about parenting. Something like Jasper said, it took him to have to look back at himself and how he was as a kid and things like that, right? So oftentimes we talk about it in our workshop as get you a parental support group. That's who can partner with you on your journey, right? So we had a lot of these participants that come in here that been parents way longer than I've been a parent, right? I only been a parent for 13 years. So not only did they teach us, did we teach them, they taught us stuff as well, right? Thank you guys for completing it. I see in the workshop room, he always real quiet, but when he do speak, he have a lot to say. Mr. George Anderson, I appreciate everything all of you guys brought to the group. I tell them all the time, our class would not be a good class and won't have all these high reviews with it if it wasn't for the participants, right? You guys make our jobs a lot easy because your stories sell our program. So thank you so much, but the work is not done. Like Ms. DC said, the work not done. This is just a stepping stone. We get to partner on this journey together, and it starts next week when we come in and have our meetings. Thank you so much to all of you guys that contributed to making our program work. Lila, thank you so much for being a great site manager, a great partner from when you were the career advisor and helping Centerforce grow within Rubicon. We really appreciate all you did for us, Lila. Thank you and so much, and congratulations to you on your journey as well. Thank you, and thank you to the rest of the Rubicon and Centerforce team.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Lorenzo. You know, with our parenting program, we have participants that have completed the workshops that, you know, come back and say, I would like to go through the parenting program again. I would like to link up with, you know, reconnect with, you know, the parenting coaches. I found that workshop, the parenting workshop, to be so insightful, so informational. And I'm using that information, you know, with my children, you know, interacting with my children on a daily. So that is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Lorenzo. Just speaking to journey, every day we are laying a brick on the road on our journey. There will be times in your journey where you will experience many yeses, and there will be times where you experience some no's. Yesterday, in looking back to step forward, we talked about legacy and what you want your legacy to be. When I think legacy, I also think living your dash. We have the date of our birth, and we have the date, you know, where we transition. But what are we doing in the meantime? And that's where we are working to prepare our legacy. Some of you mentioned passing information, you know, down to your children, passing wealth, instilling values like, you know, love and strength and integrity. Use all of that intention that you have for yourself and for your family and for achieving your goals to support you in your journey, in your day-to-day. Be encouraged. I always think that you are the only one in existence that is you. Continue to build on that. Stay connected with your service team. Stay connected with your impact coach. We are here to support you. And again, welcome to the Rubicon family. I want to thank our development team, our executive team. I want to thank the Reentry Success Center for your participation and attendance today, our Centerforce team, community-based programs, and I would also like to thank our elected officials that are in attendance today. Thank you all for your support. We want to congratulate our Stepping Stones participants one last time. Let's go ahead and come off mute. Everybody come off mute.
Congratulations! Congratulations! Awesome!
Yes, congratulations. You did it. You did it. And you know what? This is only the start of your journey. So connect with your service team next week. For those of you that are in our FACT program, make sure that you work to complete your exit surveys, work with your impact coach to continue to build on your empowerment plan goals, and let's get it. Have a great day, everyone.